morning, 27 minutes after 7 o'clock, and you are listening to your radio.
Thank you.
I like that. Listen to the radio. All right, and your radio is tuned to WOCA, The Source, and we are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall this Thursday morning. It is January 16th, 2020, and good morning, Robin. How are you over there?
Good morning, Larry.
Oh,
How are you?
God, that's a different microphone. Okay. And,
I know.
and
Here
Adam.
I am.
Good morning, Adam. How are
Good
you
morning. Good, doing good.
doing? Adam is going to fly this plane solo
Yes, he is.
on Monday.
Adam's
Monday.
amazing.
Adam's
amazing.
Not as scary as the solo flights that you actually have to do, right?
That's good. That's good.
That's right, because if you crash here, nobody dies. Watch this. I'm going to intentionally crash. Ready? See? We're still here.
Yeah.
Watch it, I'll do it again. See?
Beautiful.
The only thing that died was the air.
That's it.
They call it dead air.
That's it.
So,
You know, I thought about, you probably thought of this already, didn't you? Lifetime? You are on the air and in the air. You're the only
Yep.
on-air person that's also in the air.
Yeah, I love that.
wow, this is cool.
There's something you can use there.
Yeah.
That needs to be worked on a little bit.
Yeah, I
That's not
think
quite
so.
polished yet.
Yeah.
That's right. You need to hear it on the air.
We'll fine tune. Yeah, we'll fine tune.
Adam,
I like that.
You want to try and do the weather? All you have to do is an amateur.
Yeah.
There's the temperature now.
Yeah, right now.
The high today will be 80, the low tonight 59.
Yeah, low tonight 59, high is 80, 64 right now in Ocala. And for the rest of the week, into the weekend, looks like maybe a possibility of some rain showers there Saturday, but looks definitely Sunday more than a 50% chance for, looks like an opportunity for a cold front to come through, which will bring us some colder weather into Monday and Tuesday, with Mondays and Tuesdays lows into the low 40s, upper 30s. That's
Very
going to
good.
be.
Wow, he's got good eyes,
Nice.
too. You
Yeah.
can see that from there?
Yeah.
Well, he's a pilot. He has to have good eyes.
Which is why I'm not a pilot. All right, so we're going to talk about the news on the other side of the break, and whatever you want to call in. It's kind of an informal thing. We have the really ugly coffee today, and and you can call in. That's it. So let's just wrap it up and go. You want to take us out? We got 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
Just say something for 8 seconds. Just say something for 5 seconds.
And, yep.
Say
And there it is.
WOCA Ocala.
WOCA Ocala.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Members of the Senate will this afternoon be sworn in as jurors for President Trump's impeachment trial.
So sad, so tragic for our country.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi signing the resolution to transmit articles of impeachment to the Senate. The top Republican there, Mitch McConnell.
I'm confident this body can rise above short-termism and factional fever and serve the long-term best interest of our nation.
He's scheduled the trial to start next Tuesday. The Senate this morning takes up a new trade deal with Canada and Mexico. Phase 1 of a trade deal with China is done, signed by President Trump.
China agreed to increase its purchases of products from the U.S. and also agreed to beef up its protection of intellectual property rights and open up more of its economy to foreign investment. In return, the U.S. will reduce tariffs on some products made in China.
Fox's John Decker at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
It's been called shell shock, war neurosis, and battle fatigue. Today, we call it post-traumatic stress disorder, and it affects 1 out of every 5 warriors returning from battle in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Wounded Warrior Project offers comfort and support for warriors with PTSD and all other scars of war, whether those scars are visible or hidden. Find out how to help, because for warriors, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. Please visit woundedwarriorproject.org.
Do you want to learn to speak a new language but don't have enough time? Then you need to try Babbel, the language learning app that you can try for free right now at Babbel.com. Babbel's lessons are just 15 minutes or less, and you can go at your own pace. You'll be amazed at how easy Babbel makes it. Start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Just download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com now. That's Babbel.com.
Here's your 1-minute news brief. Florida could expand a law to compensate people imprisoned for crimes they did not commit under a bill unanimously approved by a House committee yesterday. Florida law currently allows wrongfully incarcerated prisoners to receive $50,000 for each year they were imprisoned for a crime they didn't commit. A motorcyclist was killed yesterday afternoon in a 3-vehicle accident on Highway 441 North near the Harley-Davidson dealership. Marion County fire crews extricated a woman trapped in her vehicle after she was involved in an accident in Silver Spring Shores. Student and civil rights groups are suing the commission investigating the 2018 Florida high school massacre, saying it illegally adjourned a recent meeting before the public could speak. A longtime attorney in Levy County was arrested after investigators accused him of stealing from his client's trust funds. And the Ocala Civic Theater is hoping to break a showbiz world record by presenting a 79-hour stage show at the end of March. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Partly sunny and very warm today, high 79 to 83. Tonight, partly cloudy and warm, low 65. Pleasant tomorrow with clouds and breaks of sun, a shower near the coast, high 75 to 79. Saturday, cloudy in the morning, followed by clouds and sun in the afternoon, high 78 to 81. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a shower possible, high 68 to 74. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian May.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Ah, the joys of flying from a major hub.
Come on, guys, we gotta go.
Wait, honey, but our flight doesn't leave for 5 hours.
I know, but traffic could be bad. Then there's trying to find a parking spot, then the mile walk to check in, and of course security could take a while.
Skip the circus and fly regional. From parking to boarding and everything in between, it's just better.
Gainesville Regional Airport, now boarding with over 343 destinations in one stop. Non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Miami. Fly with us. You'll be glad you did. For more information, visit flygainesville.com.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
All right, thank you very much. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, and not a bad-looking day out there. And it's the second to the last day for Robin and myself. We will be retiring after we're done tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Mikulin is going to be your new host, and he's here with us right now. Good morning. Trying to learn it. Adam is an amazing guy. He's a pilot. You are obviously well-read. It seems like you read a lot, and you know you certainly know sports. You and Galen were like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You were insightful with our guests this week.
Yeah, very, very good. You're going to do really well. You're going to do well. All right, so the phone lines are open. The number is 622-9622, and we have some stories we can talk about. And I like to start with a light one because I know we have our share of heavy ones. But so there was a doctor from Indiana, the state of Indiana. She, a lady doctor.
Who's your state?
And she went to see the Statue of David.
Okay.
And she said she saw something that I never heard anybody talk about before. David had something bulging.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
She was like,
She said,
about that.
You know what the security guard told us? We had the security guard, the guy that stands there. He's probably not the only one.
Yeah.
But that was his job. He stood in wherever that is, wherever that thing is,
Louvre.
in the Louvre.
Yeah, the Louvre. We had him on.
Isn't that funny?
He's pretty cool.
You go to the Louvre, and then you go to the Louvre.
Yeah, well,
And what if you go to the Louvre in the Louvre?
two separate countries.
Anyway, he said to us, the guy said to us, he said, you know what the most common thing is I hear the women say when they first walk in? And we said, no, what? He said, oh, my. They'll say, oh, my.
Oh, my.
Keep it moving.
Now, see, here's the thing. David is huge,
Yeah.
right? The statue itself is gigantic.
Yeah, that's what I heard, yeah.
And so people will say, this is according to him, if David was that big, how big was Goliath? Right? And then they'll look down and they'll say, oh, that's why they considered him small. Do you ever have a hamster? Mm-hmm. You know, it sits back into the corner? Mm-hmm. That's David. All right. So listen. So this art, she said her name is Shari Bongiovanni. Shari Bongiovanni from Indiana.
Okay.
She noticed that something was bulging. She's a Marian University cardiologist, and she noticed that the statue of David has a bulging vein on the right side of his neck.
Okay. I thought she was going to say a pimple on his
purposely read it slow. Okay, so if a person showed up in the exam room with that vein, they would immediately think that the patient had significant heart disease.
Oh, wow.
My.
Wow.
Isn't that something? So maybe that's what he died of all those years ago. Decades.
Keep in mind that Michelangelo lived centuries after David.
Yeah, that's right.
We have no photographs of David.
No.
We don't know what the guy looked like.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a heaven and he's looking down, he might have looked at that and said, you know, you could have made me a little bit more endowed. Just saying. Just saying.
I took down Goliath, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Break here.
I get some respect. Some respect.
That's
no
right.
respect.
Took him down with a slingshot of all things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Dennis the Menace. All right, what else do we have here? Florida could expand a law to compensate people in prison for crimes they did not commit under a bill unanimously approved by the House committee yesterday. The amount of money that incarcerated prisoners currently receive, if it turns out they are wrongfully imprisoned, is $50,000 a year.
Oh, wow.
So they're not going to change the dollar amount, I don't think, but what they want to do is, if somebody was convicted previously and they served that sentence, and that sentence was for an unrelated violent crime, and then they have a new sentence that they really were wrongfully convicted of, then they get the $50,000 a year.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
I mean, no, now they don't get it now if they were convicted before, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So they want to change it that if this time you didn't do it, then you should get $50,000 a year.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
My gosh.
This is a hard one. A motorcyclist died yesterday afternoon in a 3-vehicle accident not too far from the Harley-Davidson shop up on North 441. I guess a truck pulled out of the P&S Road Service, which is like across from the Harley-Davidson place. It has nothing to do with the Harley-Davidson shop, by the way. It just happens to be where it was.
Oh, my.
Police or the highway troopers say there was a car and there was the motorcycle, and both of them were going at a high rate of speed, and apparently they both ran into the truck as the truck was crossing the road trying to get to the other side.
Oh, wow. Both the car and the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, the motorcycle guy died. The guy in the car, or the person in the car, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, was taken to the hospital and has minor injuries. Same with the truck driver. So,
They were doing that on purpose, maybe. Drag racing.
so yeah, we don't know that. See,
We don't know that, but that's too sad. Prayers for everyone.
So the Ocala Civic Theater, this is the story we were talking about off the air. They want to put on 79 hours of performances nonstop to break a world record. The current record is 78 hours, 18 minutes, and 25 seconds.
Wow.
So they're going to be like 41 minutes and 35 seconds more.
Well, they should shoot for another hour and make it 80. just in case there's a little bit of, something.
So there's going to be 20 actors. Is that what I read here? 20 actors?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 20 actors and actresses. What do you say? Are the females now just called actors? Do we do actors across the board?
Everybody's actors.
So there's no more actors. You don't say actress anymore.
No, it's they're all actors. Yeah, they're all actors.
When did that change?
It's always been that way, but then because of the award ceremonies and all, they had to have individual categories. So they have a category for females and a category for males. So it's actors and actresses.
Oh, I had no idea that was why that did that. Okay.
Yeah, but no, they're all actors. If you ask a female actress, she'll say she's an actor.
Okay. So 20 actors, and they are allowed to take naps and sleep in the course of 79 hours. But they have to stay on the property.
Uh-huh.
And they have to use deodorant.
I hope so.
Pretty sure.
I'd love the perfume concession there. That'd be great. Well, they're just expanding what the Chad Taylor did with the and Ryan did with the Insomniac Theater. Every year they'd always have 24 hours at Insomniac, but that 24 hours encompassed from the moment it started writing the plays and then acting them within 24 hours. They wrote the plays, and then the actors were right there, and they had to act them all out.
Oh, that's kind of fun. I didn't realize they wrote them.
Yeah, Ryan and Chad
the
Taylor.
spot.
Yep, they wrote them right on the spot, and then they continued on with the actors and everything. So it was pretty amazing. So the Civic Theater is taking off.
We're going to do that here?
They left out.
Well, you want to write us a little script, and then we'll put it on? Like, I'll be Elmo.
You'll be.
You cannot talk about Bert and Ernie, though.
Cannot talk about Bert and Ernie, no.
No,
You can talk about them. You just can't ask them if they're gay.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
That was our instructions.
That was our rule.
You can't ask them if they're happy?
Yeah, right. You can ask them if they're happy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you can't ask him the G word.
Yeah, we were told do not ask Elmo.
We talked to Elmo. He was a guest. And he was not in the studio. He was on the phone.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing some guy in his underwear smoking a cigar saying, "Hi, I'm Elmo."
Thanks for having me. My son loves Elmo.
Does he?
He got a little Elmo doll for Christmas.
How old is your son?
And he's 2. And when you push Elmo's belly, he'll go and wave his arms, and he'll like. Do
You
certain
are an
things.
amazing
Your son
impressionist.
You are. You're great.
Thank you. I get that every now and then. Like people who have good like certain articulations and stuff, I can pick up on and do. And then some people say, like, hey, can you do an impression of me? Like if I'm doing a good impression of somebody else for them, they're like, well, can you do me? And it's like, nah. Like there's certain people I can't even come close to or touch.
You nailed Galen yesterday.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, that was great.
I do this impression for everybody at the flight school of the one designated pilot examiner who does the check rides for students, and man, I do him pretty good, and that's been fun lately is to break that up a little bit, do that voice and everything. Even our owner, I think, kind of likes it. He'll never admit to it because
Oh, really?
I think he
Can
likes
you
it
give us
too.
a sample?
No,
We wouldn't know the
it's a
person,
little too
though.
early. And the person itself.
In order for an impression to work, you have to, like, if you ever watch Rich Little, his impressions were from that era, and I don't know most of the people he's impersonating.
Yeah.
It's like, doesn't sound like anybody I know.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey was good at impressions, and he would take like a whole genre because he could do Johnny Carson. He could
Right,
do,
I've heard him do
He
that,
could do
yeah.
Michael Caine, and he could carry on.
Michael
through,
Caine.
Yeah,
You said it
Michael
that way.
Caine.
Yeah, right,
Michael
right.
Caine. And then he would carry on to like stuff that was a little bit more relevant for like younger generations to get, and that's what makes it good. Yeah.
So
That's why. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
And that's why you're good for the show. You're young.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're breathing fresh life into it.
Thank
I
you.
think it's a good thing.
You know what we
Not
said-
that we're really old, but I mean, new perspectives are always welcome.
Yeah.
To your little 1-year-old grandson, you are really old.
I know. He doesn't even know that age difference.
No, he'll look at you and he'll understand. That's what old looks like. Okay.
That's right. Exactly.
As soon as he learns the word old, he's going to say, "Oh, grandma."
That's right.
I know what that is. So anyway, at the Civic Theater, they also have to have 20 people in the audience the entire time. It doesn't have to be the same 20 people, but there has to be kind of a turnover so that the people coming and going never amount to less than 20.
Oh,
So
okay.
there,
That's
I
tough.
believe they're going to ask people to pledge to be there, and then it's also a fundraiser for the theater. So it's a good thing.
Oh,
That's
so
interesting.
people have to pay. The audience members have to pay because it's a fundraiser.
Well, I don't know. See, and Adam is going to speak to some of the people from the theater on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those questions will be answered. That's going to be good.
And it'll be like a tag team thing. Like, okay, new audience comes in,
Yeah.
other ones are out.
Yeah.
Here we go. And they'll be like, oh, thank goodness.
I hope they serve snacks.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Don't they have
breakfast, lunch,
wine?
dinner.
Don't they have wine?
Yeah, they have wine and beer. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
All right, what else do we have in the news here? Florida lawmakers moved yesterday to stiffen penalties against illegal bear hunting to further deter people from poaching the bears. The fine will now be $750. It was $500. So.
Wow, I still think it's not steep enough.
I couldn't kill a bear.
Be at least 1,000.
I know they could hurt me real bad, but that's their world. I'm in their world when that happens, right?
Exactly.
Does it say what kind of bear?
What kind of bear?
It's here in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe like just
The once
bears.
imperiled bears. It doesn't. I guess it's
probably maybe black bears.
Yeah, the bear hunters ran amok when they opened up the season, and they really were
Yeah.
mean. They, made orphans out of the little babies.
There's a rumor going around that Universal Studios will be opening up Jurassic Park. What? Okay. Universal hasn't officially announced a new attraction. It has now at least publicly acknowledged it. In a blog post listing what's ahead for 2020, Universal dropped this little tease, quote, "Keep your eyes peeled and ears to the ground for rumblings over in Jurassic Park." Oh, so they already have a Jurassic Park. So the rumor is that they're going to have a new roller coaster. Oh, so what?
Oh, well, there you go.
A velocicoaster.
Oh,
A velocicoaster.
for the Velociraptor, probably.
Yeah, something like
That
that.
might be scary.
Let's see. This is a great one. I keep looking at the clock because I don't know how much time we've wasted. Florida lawmakers are transmitting a news bulletin. The telegraph era is over. Now, can you believe?
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh! Florida State Representative Tommy Gregory and a colleague came upon some old statutes they determined needed to be done away with. They regulated the telegraph industry. Western Union sent its last telegram on January 27th, 2006.
Really?
Wow.
What it said? The end.
I thought you were going to say 1986.
2006.
2006.
Gregory considered the statutes useless in today's era of smartphones. So he moved to rip the law from the state's books. The State House Committee agreed yesterday unanimously
That makes the headlines.
to repeal Chapter 363 of the Florida statute in its entirety.
That's how I text sometimes. Are you coming over tonight? Stop. Will you be bringing an appetizer? Stop.
That's good. That's good.
That's cool. I love that.
That's good.
But you should say Roger, right?
Roger.
Because you're a pilot.
Yeah. Oh, I do that a lot.
But that's
not
we
telegraph.
do that a lot with the Roger and there's a lot of quicks. Wilco, that's a good one.
Oh, Wilco.
Will
Yeah.
comply.
The offspring of two bald eagles observed on a popular live webcam has died in a Florida ranch.
Oh my.
The Southwest Florida Eagle Cam said on a Facebook post that the eaglet of Harriet and M15 died. So the female is called Harriet, the male is called M15. Now that is a masculine name, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I should change my name to a letter and a number.
What would you choose?
R45. No, L65. I'll be L65. I'm Larry. I'm 65 years old.
There you go.
Next year I'll be L66.
How did the baby die? Did it say?
A velociraptor. No, it says. I don't know.
The eaglet.
Oh gosh.
This is too sad.
The bird was observed bleeding and died. I guess.
Oh, it was observed, like it was on camera. It died.
Oh.
Well, that's what the whole thing is on a camera. Yeah, I don't know. Something.
Well, maybe the dad brought home some food that was still alive, and that food tried to kill
Of course,
the eaglet.
blame it on the dad. honey, M15, how come you didn't kill it first?
Doing the best I can.
Holy mackerel. I went to Publix. Who knew?
I just flew over the entire Everglades to find that. I'm doing the best I can, woman.
I like throwing in the word woman.
Fighting off falcons. I got these snowbirds coming down here fighting with me. Doing the best I can.
Spacewalking astronauts had to make do with fewer lights and camera views from one helmet yesterday while performing critical battery work outside the International Space Station. I guess the helmet lights didn't work, so they were working without lights.
Well, the helmet battery died, probably.
I know.
Can you imagine that, though? That's probably difficult to work, and then not having the light, and then, like, having to wait. Hold on. The sun's just about to come out.
Yeah. Give it a few hours.
It's too bright. It's
very bright,
It's too bright.
You're so animated. I love that.
Okay, so now this is a hard one, and this hits close, and I didn't realize this till Adam told me. There's a story about a 69-year-old man who died when his truck crashed into a school bus over in Weeki Wachee. Now, you said it was Crystal River. This says
yeah, it was Chronicle
somewhere over there. Anyway, so Adam was telling me, it does not say it in the story, but Adam was telling me that the gentleman who died was Mr. Mike
Scott.
Mike Scott, thank you.
From Scott.
Yeah, from Mike Scott.
From Mike Scott Plumbing.
Right?
That's too sad.
We know that for sure, right? Oh, you got it in front of you? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. You could have read it. Mike Scott, second from left, founded Mike Scott Plumbing in 1987. Okay, wow. That's too sad. Did you know him at all?
No.
So
No, that's too sad.
prayers for the Scott family. They're the people who come in here are the sweetest people from that company.
Oh, they are. Brittany and the guys that fix the commodes and everything. Everyone is so nice. Prayers for the Mike Scott family friends and team.
The next story is one of those stories that I just let Robin run with this next one. Ready?
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
An 8-year-old Florida boy left alone in a car found his dad's gun and accidentally shot himself in the leg.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You can take a break now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That dad should be arrested and put in jail. That is the most horrible thing. You see, just because a person owns a gun doesn't mean that they know how to use it and know how to safely, keep it, locked up and everything from their children. What is wrong with that, Dad? That is so disgusting. That little boy is going to have trauma now for the rest of his life. That dad is, I know that dad is probably going nuts, but that gun should never have been in that car with that, and that child shouldn't have even been left alone in that car. That dad should have taken the child out of the car to be with him. I never, ever, ever left my children alone in the car. They always came with me. That is the most disgusting thing. I'm so thankful that little boy didn't die.
Yeah, if seriously injured his leg, though, sounds like so.
Yeah, well, he could lose his leg.
Right, right, could.
Or if he doesn't lose the leg, he could lose the use of the leg.
Right,
Oh, my God.
Right.
Oh, my God. No, just because you own a gun doesn't mean you're a responsible gun owner. That's disgusting.
The corrections officials in Georgia are preparing to execute a man tonight. 58-year-old Jimmy Fletcher Meters shot and killed a convenience store clerk more than 30 years ago. He's scheduled to receive a lethal injection sometime tonight.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Did it say what his last meal was? Don't they sometimes put that in the...
Let me see if it says his last meal.
Yeah, so they sometimes put that in there.
Yeah.
But 30 years he was convicted.
It's a fish sandwich with tartar sauce.
Oh, extra?
Looks like extra tartar sauce.
Oh, good. There you go.
He's eating with the fishes.
That's right. He'll be swimming with them soon.
I made that up. It doesn't say that. Okay. Let's see. A Republican state lawmaker will be subject to a sexual harassment investigation for telling a young female reporter she could have a lot of fun with a group of high school boys visiting the Michigan Capitol. Did he do anything wrong by saying that?
Yes, he did.
Really?
Because he's insinuating that they're going to have a sex orgy.
Wow.
By saying
I don't see that at all. This could have been me. You're going to have a lot of fun. These guys are fun.
Yeah,
Adam, what do you think?
I don't know.
It's hard on us guys these days.
Yeah, the context of that could have just been jokishly, because they're young boys that are just, I don't know.
Fun.
I don't know.
You're going to have a lot of fun. You got a bunch of boys.
Yeah, no, you don't.
What?
No.
You know what that sounds like? Almost like a whole different, boy, she must not have liked him from the beginning, and maybe that's an agenda type thing, and kind of took that as like a opportunity, almost to take a shot.
Wow, I don't see.
I don't know.
That's anything. You're gonna have a lot of fun. These guys are fun. That's what. What?
If it was a wink and a smack on the ass, you're gonna have a lot of fun there, sweetie. then it's different. But you don't, we don't read that.
We got it right. You hear what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah, these boys are prime. You're gonna have a good one. Your USDA top choice beef. Have a good one, sweetie. You're gonna have a lot of fun.
What?
Galen's wife would agree with me, because Galen got in hot water.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Maybe all women agree with you. Maybe we just need to have a little discussion about this.
You're not there for you're there
Our behavior has to
something
be
to
amended.
learn
This is the part I don't get. Our behavior has to be amended. You can't just say, "Oh, okay, yeah, those boys are probably fun."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't they be? If she's upset, shouldn't they be upset too? What are you saying?
And why were they there in the first place?
I think they were taking a tour, right? What I put the story?
Yeah, you shouldn't use that. You shouldn't do that. You should say this would be a great, this would be a learning experience to be there or something like that. You don't say that's a lot
I
of
lost
fun.
it. How did I lose it? Anyway, I think they were on a tour of something. All right. The next one. A 102-year-old man who is Indiana's oldest state employee is retiring after nearly 6 decades on the job.
Wow.
Yep. He was a surveyor for the Indiana Department of Natural Resources.
Term limits. I'm just kidding.
102. His mother, by the way, lived to be 108.
Wow. Talk about some strong genes.
Nice. I hope my mom lives that old.
No, I'm talking about the Lee dungarees that he probably had since 1926.
I was actually going to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's incredible, though. And you know what's funny? I actually got to meet, this was quite a few years ago, but my ex-wife worked at a retirement community up in Ohio, and there was a woman that was 101 years old. And I got the privilege of actually meeting her and talking to her one-on-one. And everybody always asks, what's the secret? What's the beauty to living so long? And she'll look you square in the eyes and she goes, I was never married.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I know I truly believe that helps is the financial security. She had invested in Coca-Cola way back in the day. We're talking,
really?
she said that they used to exchange $100 with her sister or cousin or something to the extent of every birthday. And then finally it was just like, all right, we're done doing this. It's the same $100 bill. Do something with it. And at that time, the Coca-Cola shares were real cheap. She bought into it. And then that just morphed into something huge. Wow. And she did like a little whiskey a few times a week.
There you go. Yeah, moderation. You're going to live
All right,
forever.
last story. Ready? Nudist swimmers are complaining because the building they've been swimming in all these years put in some big windows.
There are voyeurs out there.
All right, we will be right back. Galen is coming up next. By the way, speaking of swimming, we're going to talk about the world's most outlandish swimming pools.
Ooh.
Nice.
Something. It's a sport I understand.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The 7 House Democrats named as managers for President Trump's trial have formally delivered articles of impeachment to the Senate.
Managers will